to half an hour in the night before sleeping, what I have learned today. If you have not learned, please keep awake, learn something and then sleep. I am sure all of you will be very, very good. You are good. You can be extremely good, but we have to achieve the best. When I was in Purdue University with my daughter, she took me to the town library. You won't believe, students, every person in that village comes at least for an hour in that town library. We are told that America has free sex, they behave, they drink a lot. Please don't believe that. These are all extreme stories which are make headlines in our newspapers. The real story is every American reads. Every American is at a level where he understands. That is not there. Morning we were observing that person who brought the glass, he put his fingers inside. This is not to be told. This is to be observed. माझ्या आईला जेवढं सायन्स सांगितलं मगाशी नॅनो टेक्नॉलॉजी तिने मला शिकवलं. ती म्हणली की 1-2 वाट्या रवा घ्यायचा सारख्याच आणि 2 वाट्या ते साखर घ्यायची आणि तेवढंच तूप घे, एकाचा शिरा कर, एकाचे लाडू कर, लाडू गोड लागतो. I did that and I understand that now because when you are doing shira, sugar goes in the true solution. The particle size is 10 to the power of minus 15. Not many surfaces, so sweetness is less. But when you are making पाक करतो ना आपण, सिरप करतो त्याचा, तार येते त्याला. तार येते म्हणजे काय, the particles come in the colloidal form. त्यांचं surface size वाढतो 10 to the power of minus 8. It has become more surfaces to that crystal. And the crystalline form sugar is sweeter. हे नॅनोटेक्नॉलॉजी माझ्या आईला माहिती होतं. We have called it as a nanotechnology because we have understood it. त्याचे XRD घ्यायचे, मग त्याचे CM घ्यायचे. Why? It is needed. It is needed for your further understanding. But what is the implication? What is the implementation of that? That we must see. की उद्या सगळे जर नॅनो पार्टिकल आणले आणि जर समाज एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये सोडले तर what negative effect they will have. So you will have to be ethical in accepting the nanotechnology at certain levels, not at all the levels. And this is what you should learn. When my Suvarnakar was telling me that you should learn mathematics, now I realize that biology is nothing but mathematics. तुमचं शरीर इतकं सुंदर पॅकिंग मला कुठलंही निसर्गात दिसत नाही, इतकं शरीर चांगलं पॅकिंग मटेरियल आहे. वरचं स्किन जे हे जर निसर्गाने एवढं छान पॅक केलंय, look inside, you will find all the branches of science working inside. You have nano level reactions happening at all which are getting integrated. Integration ची भीती वाटायचं कारणच नाही. when say sin x cos x का होतं, अरे का होतं तुझ्या शरीरात होते बघ एकदा. sin x cos x होते, cos x निगेटिव्ह sin x का होतं, डेरिव्हेटिव्हचं का होतं, why it becomes dy by dx का चेंज होतं. That is because when one amino acid is taken, it becomes a amino acid or a carboxyl amino acid, and then suddenly the properties change. It gets attached to some other biomolecule and a big protein is made, a big carbohydrate is made, and that is driving force of your body. If that doesn't happen, that derivation doesn't happen, that integration doesn't happen. And this is what we have to integrate in our life. You have to integrate waste in your life. And that waste, when you integrate that waste, it becomes resource. So d by dx of waste becomes a resource. And d by dx of resource becomes waste. It is a cycle. एकाचं इंटिग्रेशन केलं की वेस्ट होतं, एकाचं डेरिव्हेशन केलं की रिसोर्स होतं. And this cycle will continue. So unless you understand this cycle, and for this, there is recycling for everything. And this is what I call it Nisargarun. Nisargarun is whatever the whole lecture I give you. It's not one project. It's not only the conversion of biodegradable waste into energy, which is called Nisargarun. No, Nisargarun is a concept of life. Nisargarun is a way of life. Unless we follow this way of life, as a human being, म्हणजे ज्ञानेश्वरांनी जो मानव धर्म शिकवला तो माझ्या दृष्टीने निसर्गरून होतो, नथिंग एल्स. दासबोधामध्ये ज्यांनी जे मनाचे श्लोक त्यानंतर लिहिले किंवा दासबोध जो लिहिला ते फक्त निसर्गरून होतं, बाकी काही नव्हतं. प्रत्येक क्षणाला तुम्हाला निसर्ग नवीन काहीतरी शिकवत असतो. अगदी तुम्ही मेल्यानंतर सुद्धा जे 70-80 किलोचं शरीर आहे, त्या 70-80 किलो शरीरातून नव्या शरीराला तुमच्या त्या मूलतत्व मिळणार असतात. व्हॉट आय हॅव फाउंड इन माय लाईफ अमर. लोक म्हणतात अश्वत्थामा चिरंजीव आहे, लोक म्हणतात हनुमान चिरंजीव आहेत, दोघंही भेटले नाहीत अजून. केव्हाची वाट बघतोय. पण एक आमर भेटलं मला, अँड दॅट इज पिरियॉडिक टेबल. जेवढा कार्बन सुरुवातीला होता या विश्वामध्ये तेवढाच कार्बन आज आहे. नथिंग हॅज चेंज. या माझ्या बाटलीचं वजन आजही नॅनोग्रॅमने सुद्धा चेंज झालेलं नाहीये. बिकॉज देर इज नथिंग आउटसाइड. सनलाइट इज ओनली कमिंग विच हॅज नो वेट. व्हॉट इज कमिंग इज गेटिंग विदिन दिस सिस्टीम ओनली. रिसोर्सेस आर गेटिंग रिसायकल्ड. वनस्पतीचं वजन वाढतं, इक्विव्हॅलंट वेट ऑफ सॉइल गोज डाऊन. किडे वाढले, इक्विव्हॅलंट वेट ऑफ प्लांट और सॉइल गोज डाऊन. The total weight of the system remains always the same, and that is called law of conservation of matter. So when you are studying laws of conservation, laws of life, Newton's law baga, Faraday's law baga, try to create a model with you, and that's my message to you, that you must develop a model which will easily tell. मला बऱ्याच कॉलेजेसच्या भिंती सगळ्या मोकळ्या दिसतात. I don't expect that to happen. What I expect that all the colleges, तुम्ही काय निसर, तुम्ही कॉलेजला काय परत दिलं तुम्ही? You expect so many things from university. What you are giving back to the university? युनिव्हर्सिटीच्या परिसरामध्ये इतकी जागा आहे, you can do wonders there. तुमच्या सगळ्या लॅबोरेटरीच्या भिंती भरून टाका तुम्ही. एक प्रत्येक मुलाने ठरवायचं की I will give one board. Okay, there are some people who want to leave. I will give some 2 minutes, sorry. There are some other commit. I will prefer next time तांब्या भांड rather than this. Because we should lead by example. Otherwise, what now? I'm coming to an end only. Because what next I will like to show you will be on the site. I will show you one or two slides. Show that next one. This is a project which we made in BIRC. I want to do this in university, sir. इथला सगळा बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट आपण इथे ट्रीट करायचं. इथून म्युनिसिपालिटीच्या बाहेरच जाऊ द्यायचं. So let us say we give ourselves a time limit of 6 months to 9 months and get this project done. म्हणजे तुमचे पेपर वर्क वगैरे सगळं करून we will get it done. So no biodegradable waste from university should go out. Okay. So this is the project where there is a mixer, there is a pre-digester, there is a digester, there are filter pair, and it will not smell. Our full technology we will give. It will not smell. It will not create any problem, and you will get at least half a cylinder of gas to your canteen. So gas is not an important thing, but it will be there, and no waste of this. All will be converted into resource. We will do that. Okay. So this is the project. It's a whole biotechnology. I had taken almost 10-hour lecture on this for the students. Those who are interested can write an email. If there are something like 50 emails that we want to learn the process, all 50 can come to BRC, see the process themselves, and I will explain that. It's not a problem at all. It's a totally bacterial based. The first is aerobic, second is anaerobic, and the third is only a filtration system where water is taken out and taken into the system again. Okay, so this is essential for our country. I call this as Nisargaron Prakalpa because it is the way of returning the elements back to the nature. Can you take the next slides, few fast? Go ahead. This is the cycle which I will like to maintain, that you are. This is the cycle. CO2 and H2O plus sunlight. This is a photosynthetic reaction which produces food, which is eaten by animals, humans, microbes, producing residues. And biomethanation is the rule of the world. Produces CO2 plus methane. Methane is burnt, and again the same elements are going back. If you are burning something, these will be generated, no doubt. But if phosphorus or sodium or I told you the account of only oxygen. सगळ्यांचं अकाउंट सांगितलं आणि जेवणाची किंमत सांगितली तर तुम्हाला झोपच येणार नाही. Okay, but if you want to give that, you need 15 milligram of iron, but the way your body needs it, conversion, that is something like 3,000 rupees kilo. So it's very difficult to really keep tap of all the expenditure. Okay, so but if you burn it, it will go in the iron form, and to bring that in the biologically available form, it takes 300 to 400 years. मग 400 वर्ष वाट बघत बसा, आम्हाला तेवढं एक्सटेन्शन मागावं लागेल. का रे बा, कशाची वाट बघतोय? नाही, आयनची वाट बघतोय. ते परत कधी येते आणि परत मी कधी खाणार आहे ते. So that type. So that is going to be the difficult part. So it's a green cycle which is important. Okay. Next. This is the plant which we have put in Anushakti Nagar from 2002, where we are operating it, and you are free to come any day because it is in residential colony. Don't need any entry permit. Just say that you want to see the biogas plant, and you have talked to Dr. Kale. That is enough. Can be. This is in Hiranandani estate in Thane. This is, you can make a Taj Mahal out of it. This is in Shatabdi. This is the Taj Mahal. TCS has put it right in their information office, and it can be a beautiful one. It will cost you, if it is a half a ton plant, it will cost you around 10 to 12 lakh rupees. But 40 years is the life, and it can go on for continuously. Okay. So this is the project. That's all I wanted to show you about the slides. Of course, I can continue at some other time. Maybe on the atomic side of it, I will like to share some of my thoughts on atomic. Maybe someday we will find together again. And as I said, to explain to you the atomic side or the technology side, which I am there, I am head of technology transfer division. BRC has developed several technologies. We will like some of you to be entrepreneurs of BRC also. So that kind of interaction I will conduct at some other time. As they say, the floor is open for questions. Okay. See, you have to think in totality. I do agree that recycling will need energy. Okay, but let us see. We come back to this biodegradable part of it. This is the project. Yeah, I'll come to that also. In this case, when you are taking 1 ton of material, the total energy which you generate, you use 10 to 15% of it to run this. There is other energy, natural energy, which is being used. We are not considering it here. About plastic, about the glass, about any other resource, you will have to realize that there is a limitation on the available resources. Now, our idea is to get these resources as much as back into recycling. If because of energy constraint we are not able to use it, you will not have a fresh energy, fresh resource source for that. That is what's actually happening. Now, if you see the mining, the mines have gone so deep, there is nothing left there. For example, coal. There are mines which you are not able to extract even 1 kg of coal. So we will think about that what is good and what is logical in the present circumstances. And that's why I said in totality you will have to think. Now is the time. See, your argument is perfectly right. This argument is perfectly right. I forgot one point, that when there were only 2 people on this earth, Adam and Eve, whole apples were for them. Now there are 700 crore people, and the resource redistribution is going to be a difficulty. And in this context, in this change context, if you look at a few slides I didn't show, if you look at the total requirement of the country, total requirement of the earth, we need, as on today, there are people, we need as on today 1.4 Earth's resources, not 1 Earth, 1.4 Earth. And if the increased silsila aisa hi chalta raha, so in 2040 the population will be something like 1000 crores, and then we will need 2 Earths resources. So that time, right now you have got a 5 rupees electricity cost, that's why you are comparing with that energy cost. Tomorrow let us say there is no coal, and we have to get it through solar energy. You will have to mentally prepare yourself for 22 rupee unit, because the input for that is going to be that much. So that is called, that relativity I am talking. So right now we will have to think in terms of totality for the project.
For the project.
Yeah, half ton project.
If we want to establish it in a residential complex, which will be much smaller in scale, so what will be the cost? See,
minimum model which I have made is of 50 kg, which will not give perceptible gas, but it will convert all the 50 kg of the waste of that colony into a good manure. And for that the cost will be anywhere between 2 to 3 lakh rupees. So if you have a family, population or a complex of something like 100 flats, for each person it will not come more than even 1000 rupees. So that much you can say.
And it is self-sustainable, like you said,
for
40
years.
The
sweeper can operate that. You can come and see some of our models. It is possible, perfectly possible. Yeah.
या तुमचं लेक्चर खूपच सुंदर होतं. चौथ्या माझ्यामध्ये 5वं लेक्चर आहे. तुमच्या लेक्चरचा आलेख मी साधी राहणी आणि उच्च विचारसरणी असा करीन. बाबा आमटे नेहमी म्हणायचे की सामान्य माणसातली ज्यावेळेला असामान्यता जागृत होते त्यावेळेला काहीतरी वेगळं होतं. तर कदाचित तुम्हाला आता पद्मश्री त्याच कामामुळे मिळाला असावा. त्याबद्दल तुमचं हार्दिक अभिनंदन. जगामध्ये खूप आनंद प्रत्येक माणूस व्यक्त करतो. तो म्हणतो मी शाहरुख खानला बघितलं, मी तेंडुलकरला बघितलं, पण शरद काळेंना ऐकल्याचा आनंद आम्हा सर्वांना. तुमच्यासाठी एक पत्र आहे, मला पोस्टमन म्हणून धाडलंय आणि हा सुयोग असावा की आज तुम्ही इथे आहात आणि ह्या पत्राची प्रत माझ्याकडे आहे. ज्यांनी पत्र पाठवलं त्यांना तुमचा पत्ता नाही मिळाला म्हणून धाडलं. पत्र प्रेमपत्र आहे. मला वाचून दाखवण्यासाठी तुमची परमिशन हवी. तर पत्र आहे प्राध्यापक श्री शरद काळे, तुमचे हार्दिक अभिनंदन. माझं नाव सुयोग मराठे, मी इकडे मुंबई विद्यापीठात ऑर्गॅनिक केमिस्ट्रीत PhD करतो.
ओके, व्हेरी गुड.
पत्र आहे प्राध्यापक श्री शरद काळे, आपले शरद पांडुरंग काळे, आपले हार्दिक अभिनंदन. पद्मश्री सायन्स अँड इंजिनिअरिंग क्षेत्रातील आपल्याला अतुलनीय योगदानाबद्दल भारत सरकारने सर्वोच्च पुरस्कार देऊन आपणाला आपल्या सामाजिक कार्याला सालंकृत केल्याबद्दल आमटे आणि आनंदवन परिवाराच्या वतीने आपले हृदयपूर्वक अभिनंदन. कोणत्याही पुरस्काराचे सन्मानाचे मानकरी व्हायचे असेल तर काही हात माथ्यावर, काही पाठीवर, तर काही हातात असावे लागतात. असे सारे हात आपणाला लाभले आणि आज हा गौरव आपणास प्राप्त झाला. सुदृढ समृद्ध दीर्घ आरोग्यासाठी लोकचरणी प्रार्थना. आपले आपल्या परिवाराचे आनंदवनी सहर्ष स्वागत. पुनश्च हार्दिक अभिनंदन. आपले शुभाकांक्षी डॉक्टर विकास आमटे, सचिव महारोगी सेवा समिती वरोरा आनंदवन, डॉक्टर सु भारती विकास आमटे, वैद्यकीय अधिकारी आनंदवन, आणि कौस्तुभ आमटे, सहाय्यक सचिव महारोगी सेवा समिती वरोरा आनंदवन.
सगळ्यांना नमस्कार.
आणि मुंबई विद्यापीठ.
आणखीन काही प्रश्न? एनी क्वेश्चन्स? ग्रीन शर्ट.
Hello sir, I am from physics department of Mumbai University. I am doing my PhD over here. So it's a very good initiative that you have told that this setup will be set up in the university campus. So can you please suggest something that we can do in our labs for recycling things? Because in our lab also we have so many waste that we generate every day. So can you please suggest some small measures that we can take every day for our labs?
I will prefer you to suggest me few things. One thing I can suggest that again Mumbai University can take initiative. We all need hot waters in our distilled water in our labs. Why not put one panel, increase the temperature to something like 60 and then use that water. So you can reduce the electricity which you are using. At your home, you are a physics student. Do you hear whistles in your house? Cooker whistles? You should not do that. I think I must have made it very clear. Those who are not very clear, every whistle melts 17 grams of ice on the Himalaya because that much of steam you are putting in the environment. So stop that. If you are, simple way is that you wet the rubber ring, put it on the cooker and remove first air. All the let flame drive all the air because you are a physics student, I don't have to tell you. If there is 50% air, the temperature will be 110. If it is 75% air, temperature will be 150. If it is 75% steam, it will be 115. If it is 100% steam, it will be 120. If it is 50% air, then it will be 110. And if it is 75% air, it will be 105. So all the heat will be wasted in heating air. So first let the air go out. Then whistle is about to go off with the pressure. Then reduce the flame and hold it for 3 minutes and allow it to cool naturally because biological cooking happens while cooling, not while heating. Heating will cause only disorder. That disorder will be made into order by cooling, so don't hold it below the cooker. यांना घाई आहे म्हणून लवकर करू नका. त्यांना घाई आहे तर म्हणा सकाळी लवकर उठून लावा कुकर आणि तिथे उभा राहा आणि शिट्टी वाजू देऊ नका. So tell that. Don't switch off your TV with remote. Remote is only for troubling others. So समोरचं बघत असलं की आपण बदलायचं. That is what remote is. But when you are switching off with remote, your consumption keeps on going on. Today's all these big TVs, they consume more energy. Okay. Refrigerator, don't open 10 times when your cooking is on. Switch it off and after 1 hour, you have to remember that. एक दोन वेळा बंद पडला की आपोआप लक्षात राहील. Remember that and switch it off. Because if you open 10 times, the thermostat gets overworked and it draws more energy. So, माझं म्हणणं असं असतं की 30% of the energy we are wasting. First save that. Suddenly you will find, if you are using the plastic bag, don't use it. Take a oath today that आजपासून ही 200 मुलं इथली जी बसली आहेत ही प्लास्टिक बॅग वापरणारच नाहीत, आणायचेच नाहीत प्लास्टिकच्या बॅग. मुंबई युनिव्हर्सिटीत सर बंद करून टाका, प्लास्टिकच्या बॅगच नाही आणायचे. काही बिघडत नाही. घरच्या माझी आई आमच्या वडिलांच्या पॅन्टचे किंवा साड्यांच्या पिशव्या करायच्या आम्ही वापराय, आम्हाला काही लाज वाटली नाही कधी. आताच का लाज वाटायला लागली मला कळत नाही. यूज दॅट वन, कीप वन बॅग इन व्हेनेवर आय गो. लोक काही काही देतात, घेऊन जायला बरं पडतं. दॅट इज वन थिंग. सेकंड इज वाय यू आस्क द प्लास्टिक बॅग टू दी शॉपकीपर. डोंट आस्क हिम. तो देतो म्हणून आपण घेतो. त्या आजच्या त्या मॉल संस्कृतीमध्ये इतकं प्लास्टिक येतं घरामध्ये. आय डोंट. आणि सगळं प्लास्टिक गाईच्या पोटात. मगाशी सांगितलं नाही, एव्हरी काऊ इन आवर कंट्री हॅज गॉट मिनिमम ऑफ, as per veterinary report I am telling, minimum of 50 grams of plastic in her stomach. आणि ते सगळे रेसिड्यूज आपल्या दुधामध्ये येत आहेत. रिमेंबर दॅट. I recently went to in America, one dairy, 30,000 cows are there. 30,000 cows. आणि तुम्हाला सांगतो, आम्ही भारतीय लोक, आम्ही हिंदू लोक गायीची पूजा करतो फक्त एक दिवस, 364 दिवस तिचा अपमान करतो. त्यांच्याकडे 365 दिवस पूजा होते हो तिची. गाईच्या अंगावर शेण नाही, गाईच्या अंगावर माशी नाही, गाईंना पूर्ण फिरायला परमिशन, त्यांचं सगळं शेण इतकं व्यवस्थित यांत्रिक पद्धतीने गोळा करून, ऑल दॅट इज यूज फॉर कन्व्हर्टिंग इन टू बायोगॅस. The cheese factory runs on that biogas, electricity. The remaining manure goes in there. 19,000 acre land is there. सगळा मका ते स्वतः वाढवतात. मक्याचं फर्मेंटेशन करून सायलेज ते स्वतः बनवतात. I think they are probably, see, it's always, you must learn from them the devotion, not the methods. Methods we should develop in our country. That's what I was talking about, that drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is really not a very good method for India because we want to conserve water, no doubt about it. But if you are going to use drip irrigation, we are going to create another problem. हे शेतामध्ये त्यांच्याकडे काय ज्यांनी डेव्हलप केलं, it was Israel who developed that drip irrigation. That is a वाळवंट, म्हणजे सगळं sandy soil आहे, no microbes there. So you have to grow microbes at the tip of the plant. So you give the drip irrigation and develop them. Now here, if you take any sample from soil, from anywhere, you will find 10 to the power of 8 microbes per gram. Now if they are there in the furrows in between and you are going drip only at these two places, in between bacteria will die. मग आम्ही येऊन सांगणार तुम्हाला आता त्याच्यात बॅक्टेरिया इंजेक्ट करा बरं का, आणि ते आधीचे मेले कारण आम्ही ड्रिप इरिगेशन दिलं. सो व्हॉट इंडिया शुड डू? इंडिया शुड डू स्प्रिंकलर इरिगेशन. That is the way of doing it. So you follow the devotion of Israeli to develop a method for your country. आमच्या गरजा काय आहेत? आमच्या स्वयंपाकघरामध्ये मायक्रोवेव्हची खरंच गरज आहे का? अहो आम्ही पिठलं पण करतो मायक्रोवेव्ह मध्ये. करा आता बाबा, आता मी काय सांगणार तुम्हाला. पिठलं करण्यासाठी नाहीये मायक्रोवेव्ह. मायक्रोवेव्ह इज ओनली हिटिंग द फूड. त्यांच्याकडे रेडीमेड फूड असतं सगळं, ते हीट करण्यासाठी वापरतात. दॅट इज ऑल राईट. इट इज नॉट फॉर कुकिंग. मायक्रोवेव्ह इज नेव्हर फॉर कुकिंग, इट इज ओनली फॉर हिटिंग. मोबाईल खिशात ठेवायचा, तास तास बोलत राहायचं आणि जैतापूरची भीती वाटते. अरे ते खिशात रेडिएशन नाही, त्यांनी काय होतंय बघ ना, ते नाही बघत आम्ही. ओके, सो थिंक अबाउट इट. दिस इज व्हॉट. अँड इफ युअर MSc or PhD, let your work get converted into one technology. I will be very happy. You must follow Edison. Okay? PhD physics is a very important discipline. Let one technology come from physics department. I will be extremely happy.
Because of lack of time, I think we are winding up, but you'll have a lot of questions. So you know his email, sharatkale, sharatkale@gmail.com. You must ask. And we had already announced that we have a competition that you should listen to the lecture, send us by email the whatever you have learned, and then 5 learnings that you should send us, but we did not get much response. But the way he has sort of challenged you, we had not challenged you. And I feel that now we will have response. You can write to him as well as to us. It can be us also, yeah. Thank you so much.
In fact, I will prefer that. And if you can have a small committee, and if Kothari sir puts a small committee and scrutinize, then my work will be reduced. That will be a very good idea, to reduce my work.
Sure, we'll do that. It will be helpful for. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's my pleasant duty to propose the word of thanks. And my guest speaker and guest Monday Atithi, मी मराठीत बोलतो आता. I'm not Maharashtrian, but I know Marathi. So guest Monday Atithi आणि अतिथी देवो भव. आणि म्हणजे आमच्याकडे खरंच देव आला, आणि आय एम फिलिंग इट दॅट खरंच आमच्याकडे देव आला. अदरवाईज and whatever Dev is, Dr. Sharad Kale is Nimit Matra, but there is Dev in everyone. So I feel, Dil se I feel that there is Dev. It is not by heart I am saying. It is from my bottom of my heart I am saying that today we had a very interesting lecture, and very nice lecture, and very inspiring lecture. And I think all of us have learned a lot, and even I have learned a lot. And we will definitely, remember your words, and we definitely take pledge that this campus becomes totally clean, free of any garbage, and we utilize this garbage for energy, converting energy. And I also would like to now thank our Vice Chancellor, who is not here today, that he has initiated this. The way he has said that Ami seminar var bahishkar karu, I think the same way he has said that let's have this ICE program. It is an opportunity for all of us and all of you to listen to people like Dr. Sharad Kale and other eminent scientists, and we must take advantage of that. And I would like to thank Vice Chancellor for initiating this. I'd like to thank Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor for behind us and supporting us, and all details that he has been giving us, guiding us in how to organize these programs. And also Director BCUD, Dr. Rajpal Hande is with us, and because of this we have been bringing eminent scientists like him here. Also there is the whole office of registrar is behind us. I think today I'll not name everyone, but today I decided that we have been thanking all the faculty members who have been helping us, but people who are behind the screen that I have not given their names, and therefore I thought let me announce their names who are working behind the screen. All these nice posters that you see are actually designed by one person from IT department under the guidance of Dr. Mangai. His name is Prakash Vishwakarma, and he has been designing very nice posters. And all the team of Dr. Mangai, Prakash Vishwakarma. That's correct. So I'd like to thank him, and also the team of IT department who is behind this putting the banners, etc. So Subhash Devlekar, Nikin Pavnikar, Prakash Kadam, Santosh Shingare, Nitesh Tetiguri, and Swadesh Chintan Play are working behind the screen. From biophysics department also, what you see, the stage arrangement and the PowerPoint presentation, etc. have been handled by them, and the team of Dr. Dongre is Mahesh Saman, Sagar Kavnekar, Kaustubh Palekar, and Prathamesh Shingekar. From Department of Physics, they are behind the screen in helping me all the time, are Sri Abhijit Bogle, who is a student, research students, and Santosh Salonke, Nitin Baing, and Kiran Londe. General administration has been doing all dirty work of cleaning this hall. The DR is Sri Gosavi, Saman Madam, BC Madam is here today. But there is one person who is Ramesh Bhimani. He is all the time with us. I'd like to thank him. DS Kamle, who comes 8 o'clock in the morning or 7:30 in the morning to open the hall. Along with him there is Datta Maukar, Pramod Fonde and Jai Singh Solanki. And also the team of all the faculty members, Kishore Gaikwad, Jyotsna Dongardevi, Dr. Professor Gautam Gauli, Professor Sanjay Deshmukh, Kishore Gaikwad from History Department, Librarian Sri Ahire, who has been, giving us this memento, Professor George, head of this Department of Politics, Mr. Mohan Kumar of the Department of Lifelong Learning for this AVU, Sri Vinod Malale, PRO who is interfacing the media, and University Engineers section who has been handling this mic and other electrical systems. Thank you so much. Thanks to all those whose names I could not take. Please, and thanks to all the participants. Thank you very much. Now, let's all stand for the national anthem and then we'll sing national anthem. Next lecture will be by Dr. Kavi Arya on robotics. He is from IIT Bombay and he has done something robotics for agriculture. So I think you will listen to him next lecture. National anthem now. Jana Gana Mana Adinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkal Banga Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga Uchchal Jaladit Ranga Tava Shubh Name Jage Tava Shubh Ashish Mage Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana Mangaladayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He. Thank you.